And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Hi, everyone. We've got a good one for you tonight. It's Game 3 of the NBA Cup for both of these teams. Let's get started. Alongside Greg Anthony, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And tonight, we'll be joined by the man with his finger on the pulse of the NBA, no one better than Shams Charania. Shams, it is so great to have you courtside with us.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much. Talking basketball is what and honestly, we were born to do, so let's do it.
And look at the guys by our side, man. We all love this game. Let's go right into it. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Miami, right there in 5th position, middle of the pack in the conference. And, of course, the Milwaukee Bucks sitting directly below him, just one spot down.
And when you look at Miami, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations, but I think this team could take it to another level if they get rolling.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the 3. And for the Heat, Hero in at shooting guard with Butler at small forward. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Highsmith in at the 4-man position. Hey, Shams, the Heat seem to always be in that area of making a big move, thinking about a big move, certainly seeing what could be out there. What's your sense? Are they trying to shake up their core right now?
The Heat always feel like they are close to competing and really trying to get to the cusp of winning a championship. The question is, can they find another star player to bring to this group? Are they willing to move the assets, and do they have the complementary pieces to go get that star player? But the Heat, we've seen it over the last 4 or 5 years. They're a team that has one thing in mind, and that's winning a championship.
And they can be scary when they get to the playoffs.
Playing the regular season is one thing for this Heat group. They know when the lights are shining the brightest, they can turn it up another level in the playoffs. That's what Eric Spoelstra brings.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago, and we talked about the problems that Giannis poses. He said, look, there's no easy way to defend Giannis. We have to be physical with him, keep him out of the paint as much as possible. But he acknowledged that even having multiple bodies on Giannis sometimes just isn't enough. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively, 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That's someone, wasn't a Bulls player. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. And Bryant actually did stuff for 2K. As you know, not too long ago, before his passing, he sat down for a couple hours. But I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. Hard to beat Jordan, right?
Very hard to beat Jordan. Obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Kobe, for me, watching growing up, that was the closest thing that I had.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. A different look for Miami. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Hero. Robinson is subbed in for Terry Rozier. Bobby Portis is checked in for the Bucks. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, here's Highsmith. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
And Butler is someone any coach would love to have. You see why with passes like these.
The kick out to Lopez. Pass to Jackson. Jaquez with the rebound.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Milwaukee has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Prince finds Portis. Lopez from long range. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
It catches people off guard to see what a smooth stroke Lopez has for a big fella.
On the wing, Jaquez. Pass to Highsmith. Shoots over Portis. Highsmith's shot is off. Bucks leading by 4. It's Prince on the wing. And Prince with the jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Lopez kicks to Portis. It's Adebayo with the rebound. 1 second left. That one's not going to go. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Bucks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action in just a minute. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bucks.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
They've got Robinson. He's out there with Tyler Hero. Kevin Love out there with Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jovic in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And Charms, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. Robinson finds Hero. Over right. Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Hero.
Yeah, just a flick of a wrist. Tyler Hero with the scorer's mindset.
Giannis outside. Powers through inside. Giannis. We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players. Over in Europe, in any of those regions, they do a great job, and those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of influx, and players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone in Anthony Edwards to look up to.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Bucks are still trying to perfect their chemistry. Bobby Portis says things take time. You've got to keep continuing to build it. There's another level Dame and Giannis can get to, just making it clockwork. Them continuing to get better at it opens the floor for everyone else on the court. Kevin?
Well, David, with those two guys, Dame and Giannis, it opens the floor up a lot. Hey, thanks for the report.
They're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. And what a treat it was to have Shams stop by. He's definitely become part of the fabric of the NBA.
Yeah, and I'll say this. You won't need a harder worker in terms of NBA coverage. Shams has amazing dedication to his craft.
First trip to the line for him here. He misses the free throw. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Miami. The Bucks also changing it up. Taurean Prince comes in for Gary Trent. And Lillard subbed in for Wright. Here's Lopez. Bucks passing it around. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. And we're now around the midway point through the group stage games. So let's check out the NBA Cup standings.
Well, as you know, teams are randomly drawn to their groups based off their record from the previous season. And as you can tell, some of these groups are easier to navigate than others.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Highsmith is checked in, and Hero subbed in for Duncan Robinson. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Jimmy Butler. Lillard outside. The offensive rebound. Portis kicks to Lillard. Launches a three. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 11 points.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Jackson passes to Prince. Now Lopez. A three-pointer off the mark. With one on the clock. That one no good. And so it's Milwaukee with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, guys. Taurean, what's been the key so far?
Ball movement, doing what we got to do defensively, competing, showing effort, and translating into offense.
That mix has worked really well so far, man. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings.
When I look at the Bucks, they've started this season on the right foot, something we kind of expected, given their offseason. We'll see if this is a pace they can maintain as the year rolls on.
And switching gears now to that first half, big hill to climb for the Miami Heat.
I hate the shots they're taking. I hate them. The team is stubborn, and you have to be willing to adjust, like us with all these new teams that's been added.
Agreed. You can't want to be a long-range sniper, but if you miss the target enough times, you become the victim.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size.
Right.
And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Outside Rozier. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. Here's Lillard. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Adebayo kicks to Rozier. And again, it's the Heat missing. Bucks leading by 16. Lopez dishes to Prince. Pass to Lillard. Giannis outside. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 3. Kicks it out to Prince. Jackson passes to Prince. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Antetokounmpo's got 12 in the game. The Heat trail by 18. Pass to Adebayo. Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. Shots good by Hero.
Well, that's the danger of giving Hero a look from deep.
Milwaukee has gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. Inside, here's Highsmith. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Heat shooting their first free throws of this game, and the first one drops. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
For Milwaukee, they have missed both of their free throws tonight, 0 for 2 so far.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
Both teams will make substitutions. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat, trailing by 17.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Livingston passes to Portis. Basket good. Portis has got his first points of the night.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Butler from outside. That's in there. Love with the assist. Butler's got 7 points.
Not necessarily a staple of Butler's game, but they're reminding the defense he can drain it from deep.
3-pointer, Lillard buries the long-range jumper. He's got 16.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time.
Love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Bucks lead by 19. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And 1/4 to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Terry Rozier is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Adebayo in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And so it's Milwaukee with it. And Antetokounmpo. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Rozier. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
For Rozier to be effective, that's just what he has to do. Keep moving, don't sit back and be passive.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Giannis dunks it down.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Love outside. From 12 feet out. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Love's got his first points in this one. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And the Heat with some changes. Highsmith is checked in. And it's Butler in for Jaime Jaquez. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Prince comes in for Pat Connaughton. Jackson, he's checked in for Gary Trent. And Lillard subbed in for DeLon Wright. Pass to Highsmith. Back to Rozier. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
And Butler gets it to go.
It doesn't matter what angle you give him. When Butler gets inside, you know he's going to convert.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
The Heat trail by 21. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Robinson. That one, no good. Prince with the defensive effort.
Hey, get on team.
Lillard against Richardson. Puts up a 3. Damian Lillard, and that's good. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Richardson against Lillard. Outside Robinson. Lillard against Richardson. Misses off the left iron. Milwaukee's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, the Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
1:06 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Richardson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Damian Lillard. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
And Richardson drops them both. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he comes up with the deuce.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Pass to Butler. Shoots from 8. Rebound, Milwaukee. 32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And here's Trent outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Oh, great fake by Adebayo. Such a high IQ player.
Free throw good, Adebayo. He's off on the second. Now, Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. And with that, they remain undefeated in group play.
And with just one group matchup left, it looks like we'll be seeing them in the next round of the NBA Cup.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Damian. It was a big night for everyone from long range. How did you get those shots?
I thought we just executed well. Yesterday we went over a lot of offense, 5-on-0. The second group we walked through a lot of offense, and it was an emphasis to come out here and execute, run our plays, and get higher quality looks, and we did that, and I think it showed in the way we shot the ball. So we got to continue that.
Great spacing and great flow, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.